evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be an exciting time. Within the next several minutes, I'm going to share with you some very important facts that can help you become successful. Now, before I go on, let me introduce myself. My name is Sergey Velichansky, and back in 2012, I was a host speaker of Euro Cup 2012. Now, you can see on my slide behind me, this is me. This is me. I had that top hat, and I had a wonderful time. Actually, it was 70,000 people on the stadium, and it was exciting. You can feel the drive right now, and you can feel how I felt. It was so powerful. We had several different teams, national teams on the pitch, on the field, like the national teams from Spain, Italy, yes, and help me out, France, yes, in England. All of those famous teams were there, and I had time to work with them and entertain and work with 70,000 people. As you can see right now, I had a blast. Now, let's do this one over here. Yes, it was very powerful. It was very good. But the reason I'm telling you about football, because everyone knows football. Well, everyone knows other team games like volleyball, basketball, American football, rugby. All of those teams, they have a specific principle that I'm going to share with you about today. Now, give me the next slide right now. Yes. You can see this is the official Tango 12 Adidas of Euro 2012 football. This is the one that they had. Let me do a little magic for you right now. If you're ready, I can hear you. Yes, yes, thank you. And there you go. All right, yes, you can clap. Of course. Now, and this is the football that they used back in 2012. Now, what I'm trying to do with this, I will tell you a bit later after you help me solve one problem, okay? I will put it for now over here. It doesn't go anywhere, okay? And we'll talk about this a little more. But right now, I want you to help me solve this little problem. You see on this slide right here, and on my whiteboard, on my flip chart, 9 dots. Because the reason I believe we need to solve this problem before we go on to some facts and some figures that I've got for you. Because I'm ready to give you an offer, okay? But before you get into it and before you understand what I'm trying to say, I want us all to be on the same page, okay? Now, we all see 9 dots, right? Okay, we all see 9 dots. Okay, now I want you to unite all the dots with 4 lines without taking off your hand. Okay, you can go as different ways you want. Okay, but you just can't take off your hands. Okay, now yes, I have asked you some of you before, and you seem like you now. Okay, you've got an idea? Okay, all right. Now, show me. Open. Okay. Okay, you've got 5. You've got 5. That's not. That's close, but still 5. Yes. No. Okay. Now, I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Okay. It's not that I'm trying to get you work hard tonight, too hard, but I just want us to get through this principle before we go on, okay? Now, here's the thing. We see 9 dots. Raise your hands if you see 9 dots, okay? Thank you, all right. Now, but raise your hands if you see a square here. Now, most of you, yes, and some of you are lying, right? Most of you, pretty much all of you, actually do see a square. But did I say that I need to unite all dots in the square? I did not say that, Okay, I did not say that. So sometimes we foresee or we perceive things that are not there. We limit ourselves in the things that are not obvious and they're not there, where we don't have to limit ourselves. All right? So right now, I'm uniting all the dots with 4 lines without taking off your hands. And you need to take notes and remember, because this is what I'm going to challenge you. All right? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? All right. So we have connected all the dots with 4 lines. Now here's the thing. In everything we do, in order for us to be successful, in order for us to achieve what we need to achieve, we need to get out of the borders, get out of the limits that we sometimes make ourselves in our minds, okay? So right here, right now, you see that we got out of the limits. We didn't stay within this supposedly a square, which was not there, okay? We just had this square in our minds. Most of the times when we get an offer, most of the times when we get a new idea, we hear a new idea, we are limiting ourselves and we don't allow ourselves to become successful. But this is what I want us to do. Now, we're coming back to the football. Oh no, before we get to the football, yes, I want to quote a couple of successful people. But they were successful back in time, but they did make some mistakes about predicting the future. That means that though they were successful maybe in their little paradigms, okay, but they were mistaken in the big picture of life, okay? They could not get out of the borders, of the limits. They were still within their perimeters, within their square, okay? Now, quote number 1. Thomas Watson, the chairman of IBM, back in 1943, he said, I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers. Now, those of you that are sitting here, those of you that are watching the video, you probably have 5 computers only in your home, including 1 desktop, 2 laptops, and one desktop, 1 laptop, and 3 mobile phones. We're talking about 5 only in your home. But back in time, he thought that that was even a very, very exclusive prediction. Let's go on. Let's take a look at another prediction. The Warner Brothers company, you know, the famous producers of a lot of movies, back in 1927. Okay, that's the time when the, Charlie Chaplin type of movies and mute things, and you were seeing movies without talking and all the things that were taking place. Now, he said back in that time, who the hell wants to hear actors talk? Well, you know what? At this time, in 21st century, I want to hear them talk. But back in time, he could not perceive that this is going to be the request of the people. This is going to be the market right now, okay? So he was famous back then. He was successful at that time, but still he had a very limited paradigm in his worldview. He could not get out of the borders. Tonight, I want to challenge you to get out of the borders with the things I'm going to offer. And the third quote, Charles Duell, the commissioner of U.S. Office of Patents in 1899. That's 117 years ago. Everything that can be invented, he said, has been invented. Duh, really? Well, that's the time. At that time, having a very serious office that he had, still made a long-term wrong prediction. Okay, so tonight I want to challenge you to get out of the box when I will give you some specifics and some figures. Okay, so let's go on. Let's come back to the football. Now, here's the thing. Some time ago, we were traveling to Brazil. You know Brazil? Yes. Brazil had all the football get me the football back. Yes, yes, thank you. All right, Brazil had all the football, you know all the footballers there, famous, okay? Now, and I asked them, and I'm asking you right now, okay? This is an exclusive football, all right? And it was actually a very interesting experiment, and I want to tell it to you right now, and I want to do it again. Here's the thing, this is an exclusive football. You're not there at that time. You cannot return to that time where there were a lot of these footballs. Now, I'm here with only one. If I had a chance to give it to you right now and ask you to pay me $1 for this football, would you give me this offer? Mm-hmm. Yes, everybody, of course. But I wish I had the 500 footballs that to give it to each of you. I can't, all right? Now, but let me do this, since there is such a huge request and very limited offer, let me ask you this. If I asked you to pay $5 for this football, would you give me the $5? Mm-hmm. Yes, still everybody. Now, what if I go and make maybe a drastic growth? What if I ask you to pay me $50 for this football? How many of you would still want to fight for it? Okay, all right, pretty much one third. So as you can see the tendency, and here's the principle, okay, when there is a limited offer, okay, the price, you never know when the price will stop, when the growth of the price will stop. You never know that, okay? So if there is a limited offer, you never know when the growth of price will stop. It can go on and on and on, up and up, okay? So now, if I wanted to sell it and do an auction, we could have gone to a price of several thousand $, okay? But if we had 5,000 people, we could have gone even higher and higher with the price. And so this is the tendency, all right? So I'm not going to take more time about this football because now I want to get to the principles, all right? So I want you to, first of all, keep in mind before I get into the figures that you don't need to limit yourself and get out of the box, all right? Be the first to respond once you get the chance to respond to what I'm having to tell you, all right? Let's go. And of course, this is an opportunity. Next slides, and I'm ready to give you the facts, all right? Now, yes. Here's the thing. We're talking about Bitcoins, and it's still a very brand new idea for a lot of people because there are only 70 million people. Sounds like a big number of people, but there are 70 million people that are familiar and that are using Bitcoins. But take into consideration that there are 7 billion people in the world, okay? 70 million and 7 billion people in the world. I mean, that's too many zeros. I don't want to, waste a lot of time, but 70 mil and, where's my 7? It's right here, all right, and 7 bill. I mean, that's 1%. Only 1% of the population is using Bitcoin. We're talking about a very, very, very little amount of people and a huge perspectives for the growth of this market, all right? Take this and keep this in mind, all right? Now, no, come back. Now, as the facts say, and since Bitcoin was born in 2009, we're still talking about quite a new thing on the market, all right? Now, there is a limited number of this offer. There is only 21 million Bitcoins in the world. Just like the example with this football, all right? Just like the example with this football. There is only one football. And so the price can go up and up and up. So there is a deficit, all right? Now, with the Bitcoins, there's 21 million Bitcoins in the world, and they're not going to be reprinted and duplicated and all that. So there is only one set number, all right? Now, I want to keep this in mind, because as we talk about the project that we have, all right? So 21 million, all right, Bitcoins. Now, definitely the more people know about it, just like with the football, the price will go up, okay? Now, let's go next, okay? Now, by 2018, it is very expected the price of Bitcoin change drastically. And I'm talking about upwardly, okay? Going up drastically, right? Now, just to give you a little recap, back in 2009, when Bitcoin was just created by computer geeks, by genius guys, okay, it was very low on price, okay? Maybe a few cents here and there. People were just sending the Bitcoin codes to each other for fun and for little made-up deals, and sometimes just for a very useful fun. Like, there is a famous story which I want to tell you about, because I believe you might be interested to know if you don't know yet. Back in 2010, one person on the forum corresponding with some other lovers of Bitcoin basically said, threw in an idea. If somebody gets a pizza delivery to me, I will pay 10,000 Bitcoins. I mean, what was, for him, that was nothing major yet at that time, but he just wanted to have fun. He wanted to challenge somebody to do something special because he loved it. And he thought, why not? And somebody responded and said, yes, I will arrange the pizza delivery to you. And it was done. The pizza was delivered, everybody had fun, and the guy paid the 10,000 Bitcoins to the account of the person who organized the pizza delivery. Done. Simple deal, no cash used, just 10,000 Bitcoins, just 10,000 Bitcoins. Well, at that time it was a few cents, each Bitcoin was a few cents. Now we're talking about what? The Bitcoin had already grown up to $1,200 US, then it had down to about 200 again, and now it's been growing up again, and now it's over 600 US, and it has a tendency of growing upwardly more and more every day. So that is some kind of a pizza, I'm telling you. Okay, so that was the story back in 2009 and 2010 actually. All right, so, and there is a big growth expected by 2018. Let's go on. Now, the very interesting thing that I want you to understand, where does the reserve system, international reserve system comes? And what does it have to do with the Bitcoins? Because a lot of people learn about Bitcoins now. A lot of people hear about that on the news. Well, let me tell you. First of all, International Reserve System is a community of people, of those that want to become successful with the use of Bitcoins. Now, they join together, okay, to influence the price. They join together to cooperate and become and build their own businesses, right? Now, here's another example with the football, all right? You can have this football. For instance, you bought it for a good amount of money. You can have it and you can put it on a shelf. Maybe in time, and probably yes, in time it will become more expensive and you will have it as a collector's item, pretty much, okay? Right? Okay, now, well, but having it on the shelf, you will never become a champion, right? You just have it on the shelf, that's it, okay? But only when you put it to the game, you really start playing with it, all right? You really start going with it. You really start mastering the skills with the football or basketball or rugby or whatever the game you play or volleyball, all right? Only when you master the skills, then you have a chance to become the champion, right? Now, here's the thing. The international reserve system, that's what it is. It's a game that you really join in, okay? I mean, that's a real thing, that's a real life, okay? But that's where you really join in to become successful, and that's what you will have a chance to do, all right? Now, let's go on. And of course, 2017 and 2018, as I had already said about the growth, okay? Now, more people, by 2017, more people will have learned about the Bitcoins and will become more interested in the cryptocurrency. Now, here's the thing. What does it do? It definitely makes the deficit even more being deficit, okay? So that challenges the value, and that, of course, helps it grow. Now, will you let this opportunity just pass you by? Or what are you going to do with this? Okay? You can just be involved with the Bitcoin, and you will need to become a very professional in that. You really will need to become the expert in the stock markets, and see the perspectives of how things will turn out tomorrow and stuff like that, because Bitcoin actually fluctuates, okay, on the stock market. It doesn't just go up steadily. It goes up and down, ups and down, ups and down. The professionals really win when they play with the Bitcoin, when it goes up and when it goes down. That's when the professionals really make a lot of money. Well, that's what international reserve system is. Because we've got the professionals, we've got the team. Those are the ones that are making this thing happen and making all of us be successful. All right. Now, I want you to let's come to the pleasant thing, and I will come back to it again. But before I get into the details, I want you to enjoy this. All right, because we've got two kinds of presents for you. Okay, because this is the community, and this is community. The International Reserve System is a community that is the only one in the world that has been built completely on the principles of multi-level marketing, okay? So of course, and the multi-level marketing definitely implies the presence and the benefits and the bonuses and all the good stuff that come with the MLM, all right? So 4 kinds of presents. I will tell you a little bit more about this, but now let's come to the fun part. Now, to get you become successful, to help you become successful, we've got 5 packages that that will help you, and that each of those packages have all the tools necessary to help you become successful. All right, and of course the variety goes from the range of the packages goes from all the way from as little as $100 and all the way up to $7,000. And I'm talking, it's a huge variety, because that's where you've got, I mean, all the possibilities you've got, all the abilities you have. You can find yourself in each of the package and enjoy all the benefits that come with each package, because right there you will always be the winner, because we welcome everybody. Even if you're a student, you join us for $100 or $130, $150, or if you're more of an entrepreneur and you're joining us with about $1,000, or if you're already a leader, if you're already, you're into the business, you're the leader, you're not just an entrepreneur, you're an investor, then you can join us with $3,000 and $7,000. And the $7,000, that's a 100% a win-win deal, because that's where you get a lot of bonuses and a lot of positive. You don't have any loss, okay? Because right here, in some of the cases, you join in, yes, and and here's the thing: you don't lose the money, but you lose the potential income. okay? You do make the income. I mean, all of the packages are good, and all of the packages bring in about 355 annual percentage, okay? 355% annually, all right? Because it's a very complicated interest rate, and this is the way it works. So all of the packages, but right here you get it all in full, okay? So this is what we have for you, and this is what you can really get into more details when you visit some of our webinars that we have for you to give you more detailed information. Let's go on. Now, of course, as part of the referral or partnership program which we have, okay, the company is paying up to 67% into the network, all right? So when you're building business, okay, you're up to receiving up to 67% in your network, and this is quite an easy way to understand in some of my future slides. But now let's take a look at the next one, and the next one is this. All right, we have a special offer for the leaders. All right, so you're the leaders, and we have special offer for you. First, you can make the personal sales. You can build your first level. Okay, so the quantity of personal invitations. All right, so we've got some offers for you on that level. Now, second, the amount of start purchasing of first generation, which means the amount of sales of your first levels. Okay, amount of first level sales. This is where we have some bonuses for you right there on that. And third, quick start program. Okay, quick start program, because we've got an offer for you that if you achieve certain results in 100 days, you are going to get some definite presents from us. All right. Now let's take a look at the lineal bonus. Okay, you can build your career with International Reserve System, and right here we have 7 career ranks for you to achieve and be successful. All right. So 7 career ranks for you, and achieving next new career rank, you increase your income due to opening of another in-depth level. All right, so you can see here the career ranks. All right, so they're like member, partner, magister, Camerarius, curator, praetor, and consul. And then we're talking about the in-depth levels. All right, so once you move into another rank, you open the in-depth levels, and that's where you get more percentage. So when you build your network, you've got all the benefits from all the people that you involve. You involve into the International Reserve System. And of course, I've promised to tell you about the presents. Okay, now, once you achieve the 4th rank, okay, so the first 3 ranks, you're working, you're developing, and it's good. But if you achieve the 4th rank within the quick start, within the 100 days, all right? So this is what you get. You get the gold watch from the company. That's a good thing. It's going to be presented to you at one of the big events that we have, and it's going to be recognized by a lot of people involved in the International Reserve System. Now, the 5th rank, the keys of the new car. All right, so once you reach that within this quick start program, then that's what you get. Now the next is the 6th rank, the new apartment. Of course, that is, I mean, it will not be given to you tangibly, of course, but it will be presented to you and recognized at the big event as well for your achievements. And the 7th rank, this is what's going to happen, the villa. Yes, all the details, all the specifics of that you can easily get from us, but this is the presents that we have for you, all right? Now, okay. Yes, all right. Here's the thing. My challenge for you tonight. Before you make your decision, think about the 9 dots, all right? Think about the 9 dots, okay? When you think about the 9 dots and supposedly seeing the square which is not there, the same thing here. A lot of people are making predictions, but listen to your heart, listen to your estimations. Take a look. The company, the International Reserve System, was created just not so long ago. In August 21, 2016, that's when the official presentation was held in Israel. And some genius people had worked on this. And August 21, that's when it was presented, all right? So it is a fresh new start. It's got a lot of investments and a lot of possibilities. So be the first to join in, okay? And if you, for those of you that reach your first line turnover targets, and I'm talking about 20,000 US dollars, you get a free trip to Goa for 1 person. And we're talking about First International Reserve System Global Meeting. That is going to be the meeting of the year, the event of the year, because everybody will come, everybody will be there, okay? So if you reach your first line turnover target by 20,000 US dollars, you get the free trip to Goa for 1 person, all right? Now, you need this done by, who helps me?
23rd of November.
23rd of November, thank you very much. 23rd of November, this is the due time when you need to complete this, okay? And if you work in the pair, or you work with your partner, or as a family, and if you reach together the $28,000, then for both of you, that is a good offer, right? The both of you get a free trip to Goa for 2 people, all the accommodation, all the presence at the conference, the flights and all that will be provided to you by the company. Okay, so the travel expenses, tickets, accommodation, food are totally covered by the company. So now the event takes place from November 30th till December 5th at a perfect leisure, outstanding presence, training, and tips are waiting for you at this event. Right, so now, are you going to join? Are you going to slip this opportunity, or are you going to grab it? This is what I need you to do. Get the referral link from your leaders. Yes, this is the first step. Get the referral link, because you can't just join from out of nowhere. Get the link from your leader, okay? And think about the potential strategy that you can build and build the business with us. Become successful. And here's my thing, okay? Just like the crabs, okay? If there's one crab in the pot, okay, it has some chances to crawl out. Maybe 50-50, but still has a chance to crawl out. But if there are many other crabs, unfortunately, this is what happens 99.99% that this one crab will never get out of the pot. Why? Because the other crabs won't let him. They are gonna pull him down. This is what happens in our world. You want to become successful, you want to be rich, or you want to be free, you want to be independent. That's what the International Reserve System provides to you, with all of the bonuses, all of the privileges, and all the possibilities for you to build your own network, build your own business. That's what we have for you, all right? So don't waste your time, be the first and join us, and let's become independent and rich together. Thank you very much.